So with my sincere prayers to Kuladevata, Ishtadevata and the Navagrahas, let us get started with today's class. So today is the first session of Bhava Karakatvas, right? So what we will do is like how we have covered grahas, their karakatvas or their significations one by one. And then what happens when graha is well positioned and what happens when graha loses strength, right? All of this we had seen. So same way we will now move on to bhava, okay, which is houses, okay. So before we get started with that, let us first cover one horoscope, okay, one example horoscope where we will see how Saturn aspects they work, how Jupiter aspect works. So we have been doing this theoretical thing, right, so far. So what we will do is we will first cover one horoscope. There we will cover Jupiter and Saturn as example planets, okay, example grahas. We will see how it works, and also as time permits, I'll give you some additional tips, okay, or additional some points, some remedies here and there, whatever I have collected in bits and pieces. I'll keep giving you, okay. I'll share my screen. In the meantime, you also, I hope you have your pen and paper with you, right? Or at least laptop, something to take notes, something to draw. Somewhere you will draw a horoscope, correct? I want you to draw the horoscope.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, sure. So I'll share my screen. Yeah, let me know if you can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes,
the Canva whiteboard you can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sure. So draw a horoscope. So you draw the horoscope as per what is convenient to you. Okay, so you can draw South Indian or you can draw North Indian. This class we will focus on South Indian. Next class we will focus on, or maybe we can have both the charts side by side. Okay, let's put the grahas in both the charts. Anyhow, you also need to get acquainted with all the both the styles. Okay, so put Saturn here. Put Saturn in Vrishabha Rashi. Okay, here Lagna is not required. Okay, put Saturn in Vrishabha Rashi and put Jupiter in Meena Rashi. Okay. Now, in case of North Indian, we have to assume some Lagna. In case of South Indian, even if we do not assume any Lagna, this numbering remains the same, right? But in South Indian, North Indian, this numbering is going to change based on Lagna. So let's assume it is Mesha Lagna. It doesn't matter, okay? Because we are not considering Lagna at present. Let's assume it is Mesha Lagna. So you will put Saturn in Vrishabha Rashi here, and you will put Jupiter here in Meena Rashi. Okay.
दोनों साथ साथ
Now,
लेके चले
sorry.
दोनों साथ साथ लेके चले वो
हाँ
साउथ
मतलब
इंडियन और वो दोनों
नहीं अप टू यू. अगर आपको सिर्फ साउथ इंडियन चार्ट को ही, इफ यू वांट टू स्टिक टू साउथ इंडियन चार्ट, अप टू यू. इफ यू वांट टू स्टिक टू नॉर्थ इंडियन चार्ट, अप टू यू. मुझे अपने क्लास में क्या करना है, मुझे दो, और मुझे ऐसे भी लगता है कि कल जाके जब आप किसी और का चार्ट देखोगे तो वो चार्ट नॉर्थ इंडियन में भी आपके सामने आ सकता है, साउथ इंडियन में भी आपके सामने आ सकता है. तो वो एक्वेंटेंस होना चाहिए ना. इसीलिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप दोनों चार्ट से फेमिलियरिटी बढ़ाओ. वो कैसे बढ़ेगा? अगर आप दोनों चार्ट साथ में लेके चलो तो. ओके, बट फॉर सम रीजन इफ यू आर कंफर्टेबल ओनली विथ नॉर्थ इंडियन, इट इज ओके. आई एम ड्रॉइंग फॉर बोथ. ओके, सो नाउ सैटर्न एस्पेक्ट, कैन समवन टेल मी सैटर्न एस्पेक्ट क्या क्या होते हैं? एनी वन ऑफ यू? So Saturn aspect is 3, 7 and 10. Okay. So Saturn aspect is 3, 7 and 10. So now you tell me where I should mark. Saturn is here. So 1, 2, 3. So in Karka Rashi, okay. So this is Saturn aspect. Then 1, 2, 3, 4,
Scorpio.
5, 6. Very good. This is Saturn aspect, Scorpio. And then 7 हो गया, 8,
10.
9, 10. Okay. So here Kumbha Rashi
Kumbh
is
Rashi.
the Saturn aspect. Okay. Very good. So here if I have to put, it is Karka Rashi, Vrishik Rashi, Scorpio, and Kumbha Rashi. This is Saturn aspect. Okay. Now where Jupiter aspects?
7.
Or
9. 7, 9, I remember.
Okay. So Jupiter, very good. Okay, very good. Really very good. So Jupiter aspect is 5, 7, and 9. Okay. So Jupiter is here, right? So where will it aspect? 1,
This
2, 3,
fourth वाला
4, 5. Karka Rashi.
Kark Rashi.
Then 6, 7 here.
Tula Rashi.
Here, Kanya Rashi.
Kanya Rashi.
And then Vrishika Rashi. Namita ma'am, are you following?
थोड़ा सा ये रोटेट हो रहा है, ये 3, 7, 10 जो ओरिजिनल होम है उससे जाएंगे ना.
हाँ, यहाँ पे सैटर्न है ना, तो जहां पे भी सैटर्न है वहां से उनकी दृष्टि 3rd हाउस, 7th हाउस एंड 10th हाउस. ओके, फ्रॉम वेयर इट इज प्रेजेंट. सो सैटर्न इज हियर. सैटर्न यहाँ पे है ना, वृषभ राशि में है, तो वृषभ राशि से 3rd. सो 1, 2, 3 कर्क राशि. 7th 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 एंड 7. ओके, मेरा मार्कर तो मेरे पेंसिल दिखती है ना आपको?
हाँ दिख रही.
हाँ, ओके. एंड देन 8, 9 एंड 10 तो कुंभ राशि. तो जहां पे सैटर्न है वहां से 3, 7, 10. सेम वे जुपिटर, वेरेवर जुपिटर इज फ्रॉम देयर 5, 7 and 9. Okay. So now can you help me with this? In North Indian, Jupiter is in Meena Rashi. So where should I mark?
तो 12 से चलेगा ना, तो 1, 2, वही 4th कर्क राशि.
कर्क राशि, कन्या राशि,
कन्या राशि
and Vrishika Rashi. Okay. Now we will focus on Karka Rashi. I mean, I'm just trying to explain how to predict. Okay. Predict कैसे करना है अभी. Now we know that Karka Rashi is aspected by Saturn and Jupiter, both the planets. Okay. Now how do we predict? We have understood what all are the Saturn Karakatvas. We know what are the Jupiter Karakatvas. Then we also know that Saturn is malefic planet, Ashubha Graha hai, and Jupiter is benefic planet, Shubha Graha hai, right? So there is one Ashubha Graha. If we focus only on this Karka Rashi, then there is one Ashubha Graha aspect. We are focusing only on this Karka Rashi. Okay. So there is one Ashubha Graha aspect and then there is one Shubha Graha aspect, right? So how to predict? That is what I'm trying to explain you. Okay. So 4th Bhava kya hai? What is 4th house? We will come to Bhava Karakatvas. That time you will know more. But at least if you remember, we talked about 4 pillars. If you remember, this first pillar, we said personality. It is personality. 4th pillar is happiness, health, house, property, health, vehicles. Okay. 7th house is people who are opposite to you, other people. And 10th house is livelihood, occupation. Okay. So now we are talking about Karka Rashi. So we are talking about property, house, vehicles, all of this. Okay. Now, because Saturn is aspecting, Saturn is delay. If you remember, Saturn is a slow planet. So Saturn signifies delay. Okay. So because Saturn is aspecting, property, vehicles, buying house, all aspects of 4th house. Okay. So we are talking about materialistic aspects for now. Saturn is telling, I will give you, but I'll give you delayed. Okay. So fourth bhava karakatvas, if we talk only about materialistic, let's keep it simple. Let's focus only on house, vehicles, property, etc. Okay. Land. So all of this will be delayed for this person because there is a Saturn aspect. But now, if you see, Jupiter aspect is also there. So there is one malefic aspect, but there is also one benefic aspect. There is a Jupiter, Guru Drushti hai na? Guru Drushti brings lot of goodness. So now how will you alter the prediction? Any form of delay is going to be there because Saturn has to give what he has to give, right? So delay is going to be there. Just because Jupiter is there, that delay does not get cancelled. Okay. But because Jupiter aspect is also there, because Guru Drushti bhi hai, any form of delay associated with fourth bhava karakatvas will bring goodness. Are you understanding? The more the delay, it will be good for the person. Okay. So any form of delay in property purchase, any house purchase, vehicle purchase will be delayed. But any form of delay associated with that will bring goodness because Jupiter is there to give goodness. So delay is there, goodness is also there. If you combine both, then the delay is going to bring that luck. Delay is going to bring. So for example, ऐसे होता है ना कि we buy one house and then we many a times people say since when we have purchased this house or since when we moved to this house there is a prosperity in our life. Many people say this, right? So it is this kind. Okay. So house purchase maybe happened at 41, 42 years of age. It did not happen maybe in 30 years of age. Okay. But the moment house purchase happened, children started doing well. There was promotion in the job, whatever, development, progress, okay, prosperity. It brought prosperity in the person's life because Jupiter aspect is also has to play its role. Understood?
Yeah.
Namita ma'am, you are following? This is something to be understood slow and steady. Okay, the more and more charts we uh, go through, you will more and more get familiar or comfortable with it. Right now, if you find it overwhelming, leave it. Just try and understand and leave it at that. Okay. Okay. Now you write for Saturn. Okay. Additional point. Okay. Additional point on how to understand Saturn aspect. So you write for Saturn, whichever bhava in the horoscope, whichever. So this is more of application now. Okay, we learned theoretical in last class. Now we are trying to understand application. Okay, so whichever bhava in the horoscope is aspected by Saturn, or you can say whichever bhava in the horoscope Saturn aspects, whichever bhava in the horoscope Saturn aspects, the karakatvas associated with that bhava, the karakatvas associated with that bhava should happen delayed. Okay, they will get delayed, but important point to note here is they should happen delayed. Okay, if it happens delayed, you write it. If it happens delayed, or you can say if it takes time to happen, it will be permanent in person's life. It will be permanent in person's life or native's life. If it happens quickly, if it happens quickly, that thing will not last for long in his life. Okay? You can mute if you are not speaking because in the recording later on there will be a disturbance for you. If it happens quickly, then whatever that thing is, right, it won't last for long in his life. Now I'll give you one more. I mean, I'll give you example to understand this, to explain this. Okay. For example, now let's add Lagna to this. Okay. Let's add Lagna to this. So this chart and this chart. Now let's not talk about this chart for now because this North Indian chart, we have assumed Lagna as Mesha, right? But in South Indian chart, now we can put Lagna anywhere, right? So let us assume this is Lagna of the native. Okay. Now that we are talking about Lagna of the native, so far we know that uh, Karka Rashi and Vrishika Rashi and Kumbha Rashi is where Saturn is aspecting. But now, if you see with respect to Lagna, where is Saturn aspecting? Now let's talk with respect to Lagna. This is ascendant. Okay. Where is Saturn aspecting? Saturn is aspecting in the third bhava. Okay. So this is 1, 2 and 3.
अच्छा, वो खुद का भी जोड़ना है ना?
हाँ,
सेल्फ
मतलब देखो अभी कैसे है ना कि हमने पहले लगना कंसिडर ही नहीं किया था। तो हमने क्या बोला था, सैटर्न इज एस्पेक्टिंग कर्क राशि। वी डोंट नो विच भावा इट इज, वी डोंट नो कि ये थर्ड भावा है इंसान के नेटिव के लिए, कि फोर्थ भावा है, कि फिफ्थ भावा है, हमें नहीं पता है ना, क्योंकि हमें लगना नहीं पता था। हमने एज्यूम किया था कि कोई भी लगना हो, कोई भी भावा हो, बट इट इज एस्पेक्टिंग कर्क राशि। अभी हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, हम लोग अभी उसको एसेंडेंट ऐड कर रहे हैं। नाउ दिस लग्ना और एसेंडेंट इज द वृषभ राशि। हियर आई हैव मार्क्ड, डिड यू सी दिस? आई हैव मार्क्ड दिस।
Yeah.
Okay. हाँ, so now because this is lagna, now Saturn is aspecting which bhava with respect to lagna?
Third house.
हाँ, third house, 1, 2 and 3, third house. Then 4, 5, 6, 7th house. Right? Third house, 7th house and 8, 9 and 10, 10th house. So now Saturn is aspecting third house, 7th house and 10th house. Okay. So now 7th house is what? 7th house, we will come to the bhavas, it's okay. But 7th house is house of marriage. Are you understanding? Saturn brings delay. And if there is a delay, it is better, it is good. Okay. So late marriage would be good for this native. Early marriage may lead to separation, or if not separation, early marriage may lead to bitterness. And at times, it can also lead to two marriages. So basically, it will bring some affliction to marriage. If Saturn aspect is there, and if you're not behaving as per what Saturn is trying to tell you, what is Saturn trying to tell you? I am looking at your house, which means those karakatvas you should have delayed in your life. I am looking at the house of marriage. That means for you, marriage should be delayed. If you do not adhere to what I am trying to give you, what I am trying to tell you, and if you go against that, that means if a person gets married early, then the marriage department, marriage karakatva of that seventh bhava gets afflicted. What it means? Either it can give bitterness in the marriage, or it may lead to separation in the marriage, and it may also lead to two marriages because it is an affliction. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. So these are some small bits of, some taste of how to predict. Okay. Shall we move on to the topic? Let us move on to the topic. Okay. The Bhava Karakatvas. How was it? Did you like it? Are you able to be with me?
Yes, I think it was good, Meenal.
Okay, let's get started now. You start writing. First, Bhava.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
हाँ, ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये स्ट्रांग है या शुभ दृष्टि है जुपिटर का या सैटर्न का?
हमने देखा था ना, जुपिटर कब स्ट्रांग होगा? व्हेन जुपिटर इज इन हिज ओन हाउस। यहाँ पे वो मीन राशि में है। व्हेन जुपिटर इज एस्पेक्टेड बाय शुभ भावा, शुभ ग्रहास, और व्हेन जुपिटर इज exalted, or when Jupiter is any way associated with Shubha Graha, like aspected by Shubha Graha, or in Nakshatra of Shubha Graha, or if Jupiter is Vargottama, or if Jupiter is in exchange, Parivartana, all those things we have discussed, right? Those are the rules to understand.
ओके, हाँ हाँ, समझ, मतलब याद आ गया।
ठीक, okay. Now you get started. First Bhava Karakatvas. First Bhava Karakatvas. First point, life, okay? Life force, life or life force. Second point, height, okay? So height in two sense, okay? One is to what height you reach in your life and your physical height also, okay? So your actual height is also reflected by Lagna Bhava. So first Bhava is same as Lagna Bhava, okay? That also maybe you can write as a separate point. First Bhava is Lagna Bhava. So height, your height is reflected by Lagna Bhava or first Bhava in the horoscope. Third point, the structure or physic of the body. The structure or the physic of the body. Fourth point, the complexion or the color of the body. The complexion or the color of the body. Fifth point, leadership roles. Okay, leadership roles or leadership responsibilities. You can write leadership roles, leadership responsibilities. Sixth point, your desires. Seventh point, your thoughts. Your desires, your thoughts. Seventh point, your thoughts. Eighth point, your head. Okay, so each and every bhava represents body part. Okay, so Lagna bhava represents first part of the body, which is head. Okay, so your head is represented by first bhava or Lagna bhava. Ninth point, the Karaka Graha for first bhava is Sun. The Karaka Graha for first bhava is Sun. So if you remember, Mars rules Mesha Rashi. Mars rules Mesha Rashi. So that is different. That is ruling. Okay. But if you remember, Sun gets exalted in first bhava, Mesha Rashi. Okay, so Sun, so your Lagna can be anything. It can be Mesha Rashi, it can be Vrishabha, it can be Mithuna, it can be Karka Rashi. Your Lagna can be anything. Okay, whatever your Lagna is, that Bhava, that house is represented or Karaka Graha for that is Sun. So, for example, how to check if Lagna is strong or not? Check the strength of Sun in the horoscope. Okay, if Sun is strong, that means your Lagna is also strong. Okay, so now many people ask this question, right? What is lucky color for me? What is the lucky color for me? Many people ask, right? So whichever color is associated with Lagna or wherever your Lagna Lord is placed. So for example, let's see here, okay? So in this case, this is Vrishabha Lagna. We considered, right? Lagna is Vrishabha. So let's say Venus is placed here. Okay. Let's say okay. So let's say Venus is placed here. Okay. So whichever is your Lagna is Vrishabha Rashi in this case, or whichever Rashi your Lagna Lord is placed. So in this case, Venus is placed in Dhanu Rashi, right? So either Vrishabha Rashi or Dhanu Rashi. The color associated with that is your lucky color. Okay. So now you can find out lucky color for yourself also. Okay. So you write down Mesha Rashi, red or orange. Mesha Rashi, red or orange. Vrishabha Rashi, pure white color. Vrishabha Rashi is pure white color. Mithuna, green. Karka Rashi, white. Okay. Vrishabha is pure white and that creamish white or any shades of white is Karka Rashi. Simha Rashi is again orange or red.